Welcome to my palette collection bingo series, week 18. I put all of my palettes in a spreadsheet. I use a random number generator to tell me which palette I'm going to do for you. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Andi, and I'm really happy that you're here. Today, the number generator chose the Ace Beaute Falling For You palette. And I don't know how I feel about that. I love this palette. I've never used it. It's beautiful, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this series anyway, is because I have a ton of palettes that I've never used. So it's very pretty, very, very pretty. I do think it has some really nice spring and summer shades. This was one of my top 10 palettes for the spring. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about doing that today, but I think I feel pretty good about it. So we're going to go ahead and start. Want to? I hope everyone has had an amazing week this week. I'm glad that this week is over. It wasn't a bad week. I'm just glad it was over. It was a long week at work and it was kind of sucky. I'm going to go into Squash and I'm going to use that as a transition. I am using this crown brush. It doesn't say which one it is, but it is a crown brush. I got this in friend mail, birthday mail from Lori Latimer. We are doing a kind of neutral look today because I did have a bright look last week, and I'm trying to alternate bright with neutral. That is a really pretty shade. It's very, very light. I do love Ace Beaute, and I do love their formula. I was introduced to Ace Beaute by Ash from Makeup and Chaos, and I have just fallen in love with the brand. Also, their eyeshadow primer is really good. I know that if you get BoxyCharm, I know that sometimes it's in the Mega Drop Shop or in the Drop Shop. If you see it, pick it up. I love it. I actually like it better than the Anastasia that I was using. That is a little pinkier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit more mauve, but it isn't. It's pretty pink. All my brushes are clean, guys. Can you believe that? I cleaned them all this past week, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to go into this autumn shade, and I'm going to put that in my crease. So yeah, it wasn't a bad week. It was just, it was a long week. I like my short weeks better. Now this is very pigmented. I was wondering if it was going to be, which I should know because Ace Beaute is very pigmented. But that first shade was not, but it was a very light shade. So anyway, yeah, I am happy that I'm off for the weekend. And for those of you that don't know, I work for a distribution center. I do securities and asset protection, loss prevention, for a very well-known women's plus-size clothing brand. That's all I can tell you, sorry. I just don't want to put it all out there, you know how people are. Okay, now I'm going to go into this shade called Pinecone. I did find out something kind of exciting. I mean, not real exciting, but for me, it's kind of exciting. We are actually going to be off Memorial Day. It was kind of up in the air because the people that work out in the distribution center, it depends on how far behind they are. If they are far behind, I guess people work holidays. We did not get Easter off, but that's not a holiday that my business lets people off for whatever reason. Because it's a religious holiday, but so is Christmas. So, and they didn't get Christmas off. They had shorter shifts, but I guess because they were so far behind. Did I tell you I was putting this in my outer corner? I'm putting this in my outer corner. Because they were so far behind, then they were actually open on Christmas. But we were closed on President's Day. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. This is a very pretty brown shade. I am just going in very lightly and building it up because I don't, first of all, I don't want any fallout. And secondly, I don't want it awfully dark. I am going to put that underneath my eye. Oh, and I ordered a new vanity mirror. Yeah. It was supposed to be here today. I ordered it from Amazon. I have been looking at a bunch of different kinds. And I finally settled on this one. You know, sometimes they have like little videos with it. It shows you what they can do. It has a middle section. It is LED lights. It has a middle section, and then it has two fold-out sections, which mine does too, but mine's really old. Mine's really old. And when I turn it on, I have to beat it to like turn on. So it was time. Anthony's like, why don't you just buy a new one? Okay, I will. Okay, fine. I will. So I did. Oh, I did get a little bit of fallout. Little tiny bit of fallout there. So in one of the wings that opens up, there is a 5 times and a 10 times mirror, and you can turn the mirror so that that is at the top and you can like do your eyes or whatever. So I thought that was really cool. This one has a mirror that you flip. Like I said, it's very old. It's a very old mirror. I don't even know how long I've had it. Okay, I'm going to go back into that squash shade, and I'm going to blend out this top up here. The color story I chose, I'm not real enamored with, but we're just going to keep going because I'm sure it will all come together. When I go off camera to do my liner lashes, I'm going to clean this up a little bit because it got a little crazy. Got a little crazy, and I got some creasing. So anyway, yeah, so next week I work Sunday and Tuesday, and that's it. So I'm super excited about that. Okay, we're going to go into Apple, and I'm going to put that with my finger. I'm going to put that on my lid. Oh my gosh. That shimmer is beautiful. Oh my goodness. That's exactly what I wanted it to look like. That shimmer is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? That is so pretty. Okay, and because this palette does not have a really light color, I'm going to use this Colourpop Super Shock, and it is in the shade I Heart This. And that's what that looks like. It's like a champagne, kind of like a champagne shade. No, not that one. Not that one. So I'm going to put that on my brow bone. And give it some pizzazz. It's very, my eyelids are very creasy. Very creasy today. I wonder if they're dry. And then I'm going to also put that in the inner corners. And I think, I don't know how this is going to layer, but I think I'm going to also put that just to kind of blend those two together. Right in the very front. Yeah, that's pretty. That just kind of lightened it up some and gives it a gradient effect. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Liner, lashes, lips, brows, because I forgot to do those before I started filming. And then I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. Welcome back. Finished look. I didn't go all crazy today. Like, I didn't do a whole lot. I just used the Ace Beaute palette, the Falling For You. Pretty much just the most neutral shades in the palette is what I used. And it's pretty. I like it. I love this palette. And I don't know. I guess I was looking for something a little bit more summery, but I think that the look that I created is pretty summery. This is very reminiscent of the, after I did it, I'm like, you know, that looks kind of like the one that I did. I think it was the Queen palette. Yeah, I think it was the Queen palette. It's kind of, it's very similar, but it's very soft. It's very natural. I did use the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in black. I just tight lined with this. I did not put liner on the top of my lid. I just tight lined with it. I didn't want anything that was like really heavy. I used the Give Them La La mascara, and I only used this. I did not use a second mascara for volume. Just wanted something very natural. My brows, I used the AOA Slim Brow Pencil, and I do like this. It's very tiny. And then after I used that, I used the Gimme Brow, little guy. I do not know what shade this is, but it does, I was afraid it's going to be too dark for my lighter hair, but it's fine. And then on my lips, I didn't realize that I'd forgotten that I had this, and I really like it. It is the Soft Matte Metallic Lip Cream, and it is in the shade California. It is by NYX. It's very pretty. And then on top of that, I used the Colourpop Luxe Lip Oil, and this goes with the Firefly palette, and it is in the shade Gleam On. So yeah, just something very natural. I did clean up a lot of that on the outer edges, and I did keep the brown at the corner, but I didn't want it really, really dark. So I like it. The shimmer on the lid, the shimmer is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I used the Super Shock on the top of just the very inner corner, and I used it on my inner corner. And it fell underneath my desk, so I'm going to have to get that later. But it was in the shade I Heart This. I Heart This. So thanks you guys so much for joining me for Palette Collection Bingo number 18. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.